Take too many risks.
The free men are still holding their own, then.
Do we have any idea where Gav and the others might be?
There's a warehouse near the docks where we agreed to meet if there was any trouble. We should hurry.
Here's your hide.
I worried you might never Oh, as supple as a maiden's cheek. Clearly, my trust in you was not misplaced. You must join me as my honored partner. With my means...
I don't plan on making a habit of this.
Very well. Though I believe do not allow me to keep you from being...
If we're going to do this, we'll need help.
Clive, your timing is impeccable. It just so happens that right at this very moment...
And what talents?
Why, your fearlessness?
I'm listening.
Well, as I'm sure you're aware, when these dark... Randalar has been particularly badly affected. Many of the... None remain free for long, of course. But the army, too, is in disarray, and finds itself unable...
And you've been looking to buy, to make sure these masterless bearers remain...
Precisely. It's the perfect opportunity to free dozens more...
So where does my skill with a blade come in?
Though we may have the funds to buy these bearers, so we've been searching for a place where they can be resettled, and we believe we have found one. The place was abandoned a long time ago, but when the...
And so, we seek the aid of a fearless swordsman.
How could I refuse?
Excellent. Theo, if you wouldn't mind making arrangements...
Of course.
Sounds like you'll have your work cut out for you.
I will. We have an entire village. Even if I begin right now, I'll be working day and night. So I'd better get started. Try to clear the place out before the wagons roll in.
I'll do my best.
You will find a village in Chedra's Thread, past Lateney's Cleft. My man there...
All right.
I'm sure you won't... This must have been a nice place once.
It will be again.
This one.
the last of them.
I think you're right. Let's head back to Boklat. Something the matter, Thea? Quiet.
Those are our terms. I trust...
I shall. Thank you.
Him again.
Someone you know?
Yes. And, no. But enough about him. How did you fare down in Cashlock?
It's done. The village is safe now.
You made quick work of it, as always.
I should go and let Eloise know.
Don't let me keep you. But Clive, don't tell her I was watching her. She'll only get upset. I'll explain everything once you've...
All right? Eloise, I just got back from Cat.
Thank you, Clive. Here. Well then, now that you have laid... I suppose we'd better fit. The first thing we'll need to do is make sure our offer...
You're still in negotiation?
We are. A trusted colleague has been dealing with the Fist on our behalf. But I suppose it's to be expected. This is the... But we shall emerge
Well,
I'm not sure I do.
Ah, Clive.
you wanted to talk?
The man I was watching earlier, the one speaking, he represents the Silver Peak Consortium. It's...
I don't think I've heard of them.
well, every trader in Dharmekia has. They operate and they're still expanding. And judging by her reaction...
And you'd rather she didn't?
I would rather she did, and I would never deny her such an opportunity. Eloise saved me from slavery. And we have striven, but this was not the life my sister wanted, nor the one she deserves. I won't let her give up on her dreams again for my sake. She freed me from my bonds, and she must be freed from hers in turn.
You're a good man, Theo.
I have always been grateful for what my sister did for me, and I want to repay the favor by letting her live her own life. But each time an opportunity to do just that arises, she turns it down. For my sake.
She loves you.
And I love her. Which is why I want this time to be different. To show her that I don't need, though I'm sure I'll still need some help from time to time. I trust that I can count on you.
Always.
Thank you, Clive. Well then, I had better get back to work. These bearers aren't going to move themselves. That's a job for the Crimson Caravans.
Come on. Hippocrates said I should be able to find what I'm looking for somewhere nearby. Bright blue dragons and bright yellow flowers. Should be easy enough to spot. This must be our wyvern. Right. Let's get this over with. That's the wyvern's liver. Now I just need to find the herbs. Bright yellow with a heady scent. I think that's everything Molly needs to resurrect her recipe. Better head back.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't...
know what you have to do.
I won't let you down.
Clive, I fear that I must bid you farewell. As you know, our time grows short. The Lord Chief Justice's vultures are circling. We must strike now. Before we part, I want you to know that, though I may not always have been your most vocal ally, I trust you, as I trusted your predecessor.
Thank you. I appreciate the sentiment, and I understand more than anyone how you feel. But is revenge really the answer?
It is the one I found, and it is all that I have lived for since that day.
But what of Lostwing? Everything you've built.
I built Lostwing to achieve this aim. Once it is done, the village will have served its purpose. My comrades and I are sure of our cause, and we shall fight to the last, come what may. But there are those among us who cannot fight. Children, the elderly, bearers afflicted by the curse. I would place Lostwing in their hands, if I thought it would do them any good. But a village home only to the frail and the infirm is not like... And so, Clive, I find myself turning to you once more. Will you take them to your hideaway, that they might live even should Lostwing die?
I will.
Thank you. I will not have it. The people I speak of have withdrawn to Goten's Bale.
Understood. I'll make sure.
Then the last of my preparations are complete. And may Griga guide us.
Everyone, Quinton has asked that you come with me. He can no longer guarantee your protection.
Well, if that's what the Master... Sid, none of us would be standing here today if it weren't for Master Quinton. We owe him our lives. So we ain't about to start telling him what he should do with his. If he's saying we ain't safe in Lostwing no more, it's 'cause he ain't coming back. And if that's what has to happen, then so be it. I only hope he can see this through to the end. That we get to see justice done.
I hope so too.
Oi! You lot! Where's everyone?
They've gone with Master Quinton.
Fuck!
What's wrong?
I've just come from the Justice's manor. It ain't just the Black Shields protecting the place. He's got a guard dog and all. They don't stand a chance against that. They're all gonna fucking...
No. Sid! Don't worry about it. We can't let Quinton die before that...
All right. Where is this manor?
It's way over to the east, through the woods. Heaven Hall, he calls it.
Promise us, Sid.
Good girl.
Caution, brother.
All right.
Clive, look.
No. Don't tell me we're too late. Quentin, are you all right?
No. But I am alive. Which is more than I can say for my comrades. They followed me without question all the way here. And they died. For nothing.
This must be the guard dog. Quentin. I'll hold it off. You go.
But
your comrades didn't die for nothing. They died for you. Don't let their sacrifice be in vain.
I won't.
Come on, then.
That is no real guard dog.
No. Just a rabid beast that needs to be put down. If only we'd arrived earlier. Is it over?
It is. He wept and begged for mercy. And I cut him from ear to ear. Just as I dreamed of doing all these years. All my plans. Building a haven in Lostwing. Freeing bearers from their chains and recruiting them to my cause. It was all for this. But what is this? Justice? My faithful comrades. All those lives lost. So that I might take another.
Quentin.
Master Quentin! Oh, thank Grieger you're safe.
You're alive.
And so are you. I'm so sorry. I tried to warn you about that thing. And I hate to say it, but there's more bad news. It's Lostwing.
It's what? Lostwing. My Lostwing.
And look who's here.
They must have stolen in after we left, just before the flood struck. What if there are still people in there?
Don't be a fool! Damn it. It's not going to last long in there.
Then we finish this quickly.
Give me thunder!
Flawless, but at least we won.
I'll get surrounded. Quentin! Hold on. I'm gonna get you out of here! I need to get back to Quentin. Quentin! Quentin! Look at me! Thank the Founder. He hasn't turned. I'm going to get you out of here. Welcome back to the land of the living.
Is Lost Wing...
The flood has filled the valley.
I see. Then all is at an end. A strange way to achieve one...
No, Master Quentin. Save your strength.
Why? All that I strove for is gone. Only emptiness. I have nothing left to live for.
What the heck are you on about? You've got us, ain't you? Don't try telling me you're only freed us so you could get revenge. We're more than that to you, and we all know it.
I thought you weren't coming back. But I prayed, and you did. There's got to be a reason for that, right? Can't we just go back to how it was? You know, you looking after us all.
Your work ain't over yet, Master Quentin. We believed that you were the right man to lead us, and we still do.
Your village may be lost, but it seems your people aren't, so long as you remain to guide them.
But why? After what why would anyone follow me?
'Cause we're family, aren't we?
Family?
Yeah, and all our comrades who went with you, they felt the same. Lostwing weren't just a village. It was all of us.
It was. And as long as we're still here, it is too.
We can start again. Build a new Lostwing, right here in the Bales.
A fresh start. One life ends, and another begins. Why just a village? We could build towns. A nation, even. What's to stop us?
That's the Master Quinton we know.
Please. I am nobody's master. Quinton will suffice. After all, we are family. Permit me to withdraw my request. I will no longer be needing your help in looking after my people.
I'll pretend you never asked.
But you must be rewarded for your efforts on our behalf. You saved my life twice over. And more besides.
A bottle or two of your finest red will.
Of course. And I have a feeling that this, if you don't mind waiting...
I look forward to it.
Clive.
Oh?
You remember how some of Sir Wade's guardians took up residence here after the Akashka? Well, now the rest have come to join him. Seems their barracks in the Lazarus. Now, I don't mind having a few more brave boys around, but we ain't got nowhere for 'em to bed down. Poor buggers are having to make do with it. I'd build 'em a new barracks, but where would I put 'em? Which leaves us in a bit of a pickle.
I see.
And it isn't just that lot. There's been more and more of 'em turning up, but there's only so many we can't keep cramming more and more people into less and less space. What we need is a new home, and that's what I was hoping you might...
It's no but.
Thank you, Clive.
So, where were you thinking of making this new home?
Well, I reckon we could do a...
Eastpool. It's been a long time since I thought about that place.
It was a tragedy, what happened. And if any of us could have done anything to stop it, we would have. But what's done is done. And those who lived there wouldn't have wanted the village they loved to be left in ruins.
I suppose you're right.
The blight might be pressing in, but I reckon it's got a good few years left. There's just one problem. A band of cutthroats have made it their den. And nasty bastards they are too. Would have sent someone to clear 'em out sooner, if my boys did. But now we've got a few more guardians of the flame to call on.
I do. Eastpool was once home to people I loved. I won't have bandits sully those memories.
And I know the men will I've already shared a few thoughts with Sir Wade about how we might, and I dare say he's got some ideas of his own too.
Of course.
Back to Eastpool, then.
Not just yet. Let's hear Wade's plan first.
My lord Marquis, is that you? It is you. Then you received my letter. I am Sebastian Rutherford, Chief Steward of your...
Of course. We met once before.
Yes, my lord.
And what was so sensitive that you couldn't put it in writing?
1,000 apologies, my lord.
It's all right. Continue.
I am here at Martha's Rest, tasked with learning what I am able of the realm's current state of affairs. And what I have learned is grim. The fall of the Mother Crystals has left Storm in a state of utter disarray. The subsequent darkening of the heavens has only made things worse. Akashic attacks, once the gears of governance have ground to a halt, and the realm threatens to drift into utter. Your lord uncle, however, believes there is a way to avoid.
That sounds like...
It is. Hence my having enlisted the aid of several colleagues serving the 7 high houses. Alas, I have lost. They are both able-bodied and trained in the sword, yet in these dark times...
So you want me? I'll need to know where they went.
One I sent to investigate the Republic.
That doesn't exactly narrow it down.
Thank you, my lord.
So Wade.
And you, Lord Rossfield.
I spoke with Martha. She tells me you have plans to free Eastpool.
That's right. Though it was mostly. I rather fear my men have been treading on her toes somewhat since joining us. And then there are the bearers. Men and women who found the courage to flee their masters. We need somewhere to settle them. And
As can I, which is why I agree.
That's very kind of you. I'd be with you beside us. We shall soon send that rabble of
So, what can you tell me?
That thankfully there aren't too many of them. Fewer than a dozen at our last, and rather less, thankfully. A small force would suffice to clear the village. But if the Akashic were to follow...
I'll head into Eastpool and deal with the bandits. You and the Guardians can stay outside the village and fend off any Akashic who come to make sure I'm not taken.
I can't ask you to bear all that risk yourself.
The Akashic are the bigger risk. I can handle a few bandits.
Well, if you're sure, I shall summon my men at once.
Shall I wait for you here?
No need, my lord. You...
All right.
We shall see you there.
You will leave this place.
Or face the consequences. That's the end of that, then. Or maybe not. What's that thing doing here? Doesn't matter. It goes too. Let's try. Say something yourself. More surprises? I'll take that as a no.
Bravo. A magnificent display, my lord.
You were watching? I thought you were keeping an eye out for a Kashik.
We were. Put down more than a few on the road, then arrived just in time to see you slay that... whatever it was.
Let's hope it was the last of its kind. Though I expect you...
I would hope so.
Your men will be bringing the bearers who'll be living here, I assume. It might be best to send word for them to come right away.
Of course. I'll send orders for them to depart immediately. Leave it with me, my lord.
Home. No. We're the masters now.
That's all of them. And not a single... Now to begin the important work of rebuilding them. It won't be easy. Especially not after 5 years of beasts and blackguards having their wicked way with the place. The masonry might still be sturdy enough, but half the beams are rotted. Those that weren't lost in the fire or burnt. It'll take a bit of elbow grease. But we'll see East...
So wait. If you don't mind, I'd like Oscar to join.
Of course.
I'll let Martha know that everyone arrived safely. If you need anything more, you have only to send a Stolas.
And we will, my...
Eastpool lives again.
Ah, Sir Wade told me you... What's all this about? Some shapeshift? On second thoughts, don't. It'll only give me nightmares of me own. What matters is...
I suppose it will be.
What else? Eastpool. Sir Wade said it best. There's plenty bad happened to that place. But that don't
Did Wade say that?
Well, something along those... Anyway, the poor souls might have made it to Eastpool. But their work ain't done yet. The way I see it, if it's food or lumber or strong backs...
Thank you, Martha.
No, thank you.
I wanted to. It's not going to be easy finding one man in an entire republic. Let's hope someone here's seen something.
Mummy?
The gentleman of the town guard was back.
Run like the wind. Someone's got himself in trouble.
I don't see your master here, so you can start by giving us all the coppers.
I already told you.
And maybe we'll...
Please! These...
I'll deal with this.
Thank you.
You that one's if you'd kindly pay the coinios...
Or you can go back to your garrison and I won't report you to your
Oh, you're more than welcome to. He hasn't had many visitors since we slit his throat.
expect as much from Hugo's faithful, but...
Much has changed in the Republican army since the...
You've seen this kind of thing before, then?
Many times. I was sent here to observe the situation.
You're one of Rutherford's men. He sent me to look for you.
Well, then you have my thanks. I fancy I arrived in Dalimil several days ago, but when I called, his men confiscated my effects and...
The captain is no more. And his men make the rules now.
Fortunately, I was able to bribe my way free. Only to be stopped again.
What of the Fist Central Command? Surely they wouldn't allow such lawlessness amongst their ranks.
I would imagine they are unaware of it. Most of the army has fallen back to the capital and hunkered down behind her walls. Those who weren't recalled now rule the fringes unchecked, answering to no one but themselves.
Then it's worse than we imagined. You should return to Rosaria. It's not safe here.
I'll find a caravan heading north. You won't mind if I...
Not at all. Now, if he was bound for Oriflamme... There's a lot of road between here and the capital. Rutherford's man could be anywhere. What happened here?
If you're with the others, they've already released...
I'm not. I'm looking for someone who was...
Then you found him. I'm Alistair Rockford, attendant to the Lady...
of the 7 High Houses of Rosaria. It's been... a long... Is she well?
My Lord Marquis? Yes. I was on my way back from the old capital when I saw some village...
Bandits.
They looked more like field hands. It didn't matter in the end. I did what I could to help the victims, but all it...
Which way did they go?
South, toward the gate.
All right. I'll take care of them. Founder knows I've met enough of their kind. You head back to Northreach. Visit the Vale. Tell them I sent...
Thank you.
They just couldn't resist, could they?
This one's ours, pretty boy.
Make for the town while you can. There may be more bandits nearby.
You don't need to tell me twice. Many thanks, traveler.
This looks to be all of them.
I thought I told you to make for the...
And stand by as ill might befall the heir to the ducal...
It's just Clive. which is more than can be said for you.
I will survive.
Strange that the garrison wouldn't intervene in such a brazen attack so close.
The garrison have their hands full inside the city. Some days they don't even send out patrols. There are few hands left to work the fields, and even fewer to transport the grain. The market stalls are nearly bare, and the price for what remains is exorbitant. It's not uncommon to see a fight break out. When I said the ones who attacked me didn't have the look of bandits, I meant it.
Rockford, if you are to continue your investigation, you first need to seek the attention of a healer.
I shall return to North, but allow me to thank you.
Don't thank me. Thank Rutherford.
I suppose he'll be wondering where I've got to. I shall send a Bistolus as soon as I'm able.
My uncle certainly has his work cut out for him. I should go and tell Rutherford that his colleagues are still in one piece. I see you're still...
The Rest's location affords a constant flow of... Speaking of which, I received word from...
I only happened to be in the right place at the right time. They both seem to think the realm's
I am afraid that Grim would... Storm is in crisis, and if we are to... And we must work.
As it is mine.